Hello, and welcome to All I Do Is Fail. I am your host, Tom Elwes, and I'm joined today, as ever, by my co-host, Mr. Ali Woods.
What's up?
Just the one this week. Okay, what happened?
Sad man.
God, okay.
I'll tell you what happened. My partner's on her period, and I can't be happy whilst she is in this crisis
Why is that?
because the pain.
Oh, right. And is that also because you're a...
I don't want to say it. That's what happens when you try and be liberal and left-leaning.
You've been silent.
They come for you.
You've been silent.
Thankfully, I've got a new show on GB News because of it.
Okay.
It's called Calm Down, Love. So, in a way, I'm thankful.
Ali Woods in Calm Down Love.
Problem is, if I said I'm a chauvinist, they'd go, as well. Well, anyway.
Can't win, mate. That's the problem. That's the problem. You can't win either way.
I posted another video on my Instagram this week, and a video I thought of was just having a laugh.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah,
like,
Vanna.
someone's commented, toxic masculinity wins again. Like, I don't know.
What was the video?
It was just like an agony uncle where we were like, joking about ways like if someone likes you, like run away and talk about your dating life and say, I see you as a friend and stuff.
Phoebe, by the way, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome. That's all your fault, that video. You toxic masculinity over there.
I think I'm the instigator on all of these, but you're the face of the pod.
Yeah, it's always when you don't show your face, Phoebe, because they don't know. I actually know a female woman.
How many?
She's over there.
What? Yeah.
Phoebo.
But I, as I said earlier to you, I'm a poor. What did I say earlier? I was a poor example of a woman.
You were like a poor excuse for a woman, but
Poor excuse of a woman.
But that's I don't know where that's coming from.
I don't. Yeah.
I sort of one of those things where it's classic Phoebe manner. She's sort of just little bit of huge upset and trauma sort of just ekes out, and I just sort of gloss over it and go, yeah, good one, Phoebe. Are the mics all set up?
And the mics weren't set up.
She's such a character, Phoebe, isn't she? She just lets out little whines of deep upset and sadness and existential dread. But then you just sort of go, that's a nice haircut, Phoebes. And we're on to the next one. So, how you wanted to talk about your haircut, Phoebe?
I did.
Which is great for a podcast. Great thing to talk about.
Well, I sent my friend a
Audio
video, and I was like, look at my hair, and I went like that, and you couldn't see the back of my head at all. She was like, it was a really nice kitchen.
Okay.
But I did so for the cam. Here's the little
If you're watching on the YouTube,
on the tube. So I went in fully prepared this time because we've had bad experiences with this barber before.
Yeah.
oh right,
And I had to
you
wait
go
for
to a
this.
barber. So you go to
Yeah.
well, okay.
Well, because I was gonna get a haircut off another guy off Hinge, offered to give me an undercut again.
Fuck's sake, Phoebe.
I couldn't be bothered to travel all the way to Hackney Wick.
Of course, you're having bad experiences. You get your hair cut off of blokes off Hinge. Who
Well,
does
no,
that?
the other one was going to be the
There are
guy
other
that.
apps for barbers.
Yeah.
Hinge isn't just a sort of find a man with a van sort of app that just lets you find a bloke who can do your flooring, your plumbing, give you an undercut, maybe find love. It's for everything.
Maybe my love language is acts of service.
Okay, but
Yeah.
that should be more like helping you out in your daily life rather
He
than
is.
I want a short back and sides. That's not the foundation of a healthy relationship. What do you love most about Brian? You're at the altar. He's a whiz with the razor.
Well, there was the guy that works at the bar opposite the road. He
Oh
was
my
going to
God.
give me an undercut, and that fell throh.
Is that your?
Now there's
Shut
the guy
up,
on
like,
Hinge.
Can you cut my hair? Like,
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's
She
just
just goes up to him and goes, "Can you cut me?"
Ew.
I go, what?
No. But anyway, I went into this guy, and because last time he didn't have anything to like hold my hair up with.
right.
What has he not got another hand? Is it,
Yeah.
is it a man with a hook?
No, exactly. No, so he.
His hand, it's Edward Scissorhands, mate. He's got
Edward
a couple of...
Scissorhands. No, it's the modern version. He's
Yeah.
got two razors.
Right.
So I went in with all my clips and things, and I was like, right, look, my hair is up now. There's no way that you can mess this up. And I said, I'd like a 0, please, because we went through this last time, and he gave me like weird little ledge thing. You saw it; it was awful.
Yeah.
It was like a bad taper fade. And he was like, what about a 0 to a 0.5 kind of fade? And I was like, yep, perfect. That's exactly what I'd like. And then he gave me the little ledge again, and I just kept going, oh, just a little bit, oh, just a little bit more, please, oh, just a little bit more, until it was the 0. And then I closed my eyes to get my fringe cut, and reopened them, and it's all just gone. But I quite like it.
Okay.
That's kind of and my hair grows really quickly, so I'm quite happy. Basically,
You're
overall, I'm quite happy.
Okay. Phoebe, before we move on to worst week, can we quickly discuss the photo that you posted to our group?
Yeah.
And I will make this known on AIDIF socials, okay? And you all need to check out this photo at AIDIF Pod on Instagram, okay? And there's a photo of a man wearing very suspicious shoes that Phoebe took a photo of. And I've shown this to many people. I cannot get my head around which way his toes are split in this photo.
No.
So do you want to, so to explain it, if you're just listening, not on the YouTube, it's basically like, it looks like a pair of Converse, normal pair of Converse, but right down the middle of where the toes are,
Yeah.
there's a split,
Yeah.
and it's gone into two different toe sections.
Yeah. But in the middle, like
So right in the middle, yeah.
you'd understand if it was by the big toe into the rest of the toes. That's the logical way. But right down the middle, you're going to split your toes. No, thank you.
No. And it looks painful when you zoom in. It looks like the man's in pain.
But I think, I've told you already, I think he is a monkey masquerading as a human.
Potential.
I think he was cursed by a witch
I-
to be a human for a bit, and he's bought some shoes.
I think he's got no toes. He's got a couple of hooves in there, and he's
yeah, something like that.
And
Some
he's-
sort of animal. He's a centaur.
Oh my God, he's Mr. Tumnus.
He's Mr. Tumnus, who is getting the Northern Line at 8:37 in the morning.
He's got a couple of who's in there. And he's just trying to mess with people because that's impossible. The more I looked at that photo, the more I'm like, this makes no sense.
Okay.
You cannot.
Yeah.
If you have regular feet, there's no way you can have a slit that high up your toe, that high up your shoe. There, it's impossible.
How often do you take pictures of people's feet on the tube, Phoebe? She sent a few. Oh, wrong one. This one I meant for you guys.
I felt a bit bad doing it, but
Oh, well, that's okay then.
Okay.
but I also was like, what on earth are those?
Yeah, no, to be fair, you did a good job there. You gave us good service, and look, we'll post it and we'll let the listeners decide. And I want to know what you think, how this man's toes are.
We need to get a pair. That's
Yeah.
what we need to do.
The toe shoes, everyone knows that always come up on the icks. When we do the icks, there's people who wear those,
yeah.
the running shoes which are the toe feet,
I need
right?
to get a pair of those.
Yeah.
Get a pair of
That's-
those.
it's really
Officially
bad.
retire from for people finding me sexually attractive. Official retirement.
Done.
My partner's got Birkenstocks, and apparently they're trendy now.
Nah, like my partner's worn them as well.
What's going on? She's like, oh, I like my new pair. I'm like, bro, are you 63 years old?
They all, you know what I always think every time I see Birkenstocks, and this is going to be controversial, I'm going to get hate.
Sexy.
Smelly.
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 Smelly feet.
Smelly feet. I always just think Birkenstock, you smelly.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah.
Birkenstocks and socks?
Even worse, even more smelly. That's
That's
How's
a
that more
disgrace.
smelly? That's like a barrier.
all I'm saying is every time I see someone with Birkenstocks, the bottom of their feet are always like dark with dirt. That's what's always there. I can feel the hate comments coming as I say this, but like it needs to be said.
What? Official haters of Birkenstocks on this show.
Yeah, man, they're just dirty feet.
Hoof shoes forever.
Yeah, I prefer you to wear your hoof toe shoes than Birkenstocks.
So, my partner, she's having a bit of a tough week, but she's in that period where she's not feeling good about herself. And I said, like,
Well, the Birkenstocks won't help.
I said, well, get those fucking shoes out of here first off. I was like, Jesus Christ, are you dressing like a fucking hobbit, like a Gandalf? So anyway, no, I said,
I would just like to say that for the pod, I think everyone looks good in Birkenstocks.
everyone.
Everyone.
Most people look good in Birkenstocks.
Okay, but if a guy shows up on a date and he's wearing Birkenstocks and socks, do you think like he's on a one-way trip to not showering? I believe that.
And he's listening to a band called Birkenstocks and Socks.
Yeah, but
And he's talking about
they're
going
jazz funk. They're
Yeah.
a jazz funk band. Reggae
Where
jazz
is
funk.
this man?
Exactly, I was gonna
Sounds
say.
like a dream.
He's in Burning Man
Yeah.
later this year if you want to go. But yeah, I was trying to cheer up, and I was saying, what do you like about your body? What do you enjoy? Like, what do you like? What's because I love everything about you, but I'm making it up. What do you like? And waits ages, and she goes, my forearms.
Hey, you like your forearms? You gonna like your
I
forearms?
was like, great, good for you. But I was like, bruv, how can you hate your body that much, man?
Yeah.
It's a bloke.
Yeah, that's a real.
You put on a bit of weight, you're like, dad bod, ladies love it.
Gotta do what you're gonna do.
It's so easy.
I've never hated myself enough to just hate my
So just,
forearms.
and she had to properly think. And I went, you know what? She said forearms. I went, really? Ugh. What you mean these? What's the thing they call?
Those pythons. What
Yeah,
do you-
yeah. They call, what is it, cankles?
The fegs, foot legs.
Yeah. They call it, what, fans or something like that?
Fans.
Straight
Yeah,
forearm to
fan-
hand. Or thumbs. Just
Farms. Yeah, farms. You got some some farms on
going
you.
straight from elbow to
That's why
off
they
the
call them
thumb.
farms. You get on the farm. You're strong.
I was like, calm down, Michelin man. Fucking hell.
Mm.
Nah, I didn't. I said, oh, your forearms are lovely. Great stuff. Always supporting.
For the record, due to the slender nature of my legs, I'd actually murder for a set of fegs. That'd be
Really? Yeah, you're big.
I'd really do anything for
Hey, do you know what? I'm proper dieting like I did back in January last year.
No
At
carbs?
the moment. Yeah, no carbs right now.
rice and a fish cake.
Yeah, rice and a fish cake. It's another band.
Yeah,
Playing at Burning Man.
we do. Just fully.
Well, because I need to get in shape for 6th of April for the show.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, thank you very much to everyone's bought a ticket to Leicester Square. 6th of April, really appreciate it. Hope you're there. Best friend ever is going to be sick. That's sold out. The Late Show, there's still a couple of tickets left. They've extended capacity because the tickets are flying off the shelves. So you can get that on my Instagram or whatever website. 6th of April, Late Show. So it's Easter bank holiday weekend. So you got the day after Friday. That's all good. And thank you very much to everyone who came to my previews or my work in progresses this week. A couple came from Brighton to come watch.
Wow, that's a 45-minute train.
I know.
That's mad.
Right. That's big. That's costing almost £8
Yeah.
for Railcard. I assume they just got on and off.
Yeah. Wow.
Serious
enough.
money.
Fair
That's
enough.
sick though, isn't it?
No, that is sick. Okay, let's play Worst Week, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, cool. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Ali Woods.
Oh, tough week again, lads. Tough old week again. Well, where do we start? So after finishing the podcast last week, I had to go do 20 at the Comedy Store,
Yeah, whatever. Okay, cool.
obviously. And
Yeah.
then Man United won 4-1.
Mm-hmm.
Then Friday I had to film a few sketches with Jack Skipper from
Yeah,
the show.
friend of the
and, they're doing all right online. Then I did the old Turkey and Syria fundraiser on Friday at the Islington Assembly Hall with Nish Kumar.
Good. Rough week.
The stress. Saturday, back to the store for my sins. Back to the Comedy Store. Early show and late show. Headliners in between. Ugh, fucking.
So that's what you're submitting for West Week. Well, I'm gonna. Your section is just getting cut to. That's what your section is going to be this week. That's shocking. No one wants to hear. That's boring. Okay, right. Ali Woods is over. Phoebe, you're up.
Okay. Right. As I said, I forgot that I was trying to have a good week because it started off.
This isn't the start of your therapy session,
Yeah.
Phoebe. That's not how you're supposed to start a sentence. I forgot that I was supposed to be having a good week for a
tried
change.
really
I was going to
hard.
treat myself this time to a good week.
Yeah. So, but there was some good things. The haircut went well.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty good.
that's strong.
Things are happening in the house apparently.
What do you
Yes,
mean?
was it? What's the infestation now?
Yeah.
It's,
So more people are moving in.
I'm waiting till you come back one time, Phoebe, and just go, yeah, it's happened. It's haunted.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna be like, there's a whole new family living
Yeah.
in there.
In the
No.
walls. They're living in the walls.
Our new housemate is an 8-person family. Is that okay?
Oh, I could imagine that actually happening to us. Anyway, I'll be real with the worst week here.
Okay.
We might have to have our whole sink panel taken out at some point this week.
Why?
Because there's like leaking like down the back
Oh.
of the sink and all of this stuff, and it's linked with the washing machine and all this stuff that's going on. So that's going to be a bit bad.
Okay.
And
No sink. But that's not, you know what, you've had no shower before, so this is all right.
Yeah. You still get the homeless people in with no sink.
Yeah,
I suppose you can always use the shower to like wash
exactly.
things.
You can just wash your dishes in the shower.
Just take him in with you.
All good.
Yeah.
Until you finish your meal, stand up, get in the shower,
Wash it down.
the pot.
Bit of gravy off. It's
Yeah,
all
have a
right.
bath with the gravy boat. Going around with the gravy boat. Whee.
All good. All good.
You and the La Cruzette in the bath. It'd be a laugh.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! And in the earlier in the day as well, I saw my cousin and we went around the V&A.
Whoa, bloody.
Had a full-on day of culture.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, is that bad?
No, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you love colonialism, no.
Yeah,
well,
she does.
first of all,
Well,
I'm a sucker for
I
it.
bloody do, mate. Bloody do.
It's in my DNA.
Literally.
No. But I just quite enjoyed seeing some bits and bobs because it's all casts of things.
Casts of things. What do you mean?
They have a room full of like casts
Racial
of things.
Yes.
So it's not the originals.
Yeah, no, it does wind me up when you go Natural History Museum, all that, and you're like looking at the bones, and you're like, oh, that's dinosaur. And then actually read a bit closer, and it's like, no,
Yeah.
this is
Some
just...
bloke's son
Yeah.
was up to you. They're not actually real bones, you idiot.
Yeah, exactly.
Some bloke with no one with a pen and
I literally found that out about 3 years ago that they're
Oh,
not
really?
real bones. Yeah,
But
Really
yeah, but
are.
I was a bit stupid. We were walking around the exhibitions, and we got to like I think it was in the South Asian section, like right now.
All right, you don't need to play it up,
Mm.
Phoebe. We
No,
know,
because
we know
that's
you're
where
not
I was walking
racist.
around, and
I think that was actually in the South Asian section.
where I spent all of my time.
Which is my favourite section. I love it much more than the whites.
I quite liked Japan. Was my favorite section, I think. Actually,
Japan's everyone's favorite section is the best, obviously. Samurai's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got a postcard actually with a samurai something. Well, no. The oh my god, what do you call this thing? Armor, like, but it's not armor because it was ceremonial. So ceremonial armor, I suppose.
Yeah, everyone.
Clothing?
It goes samurais, Egyptians, Romans. That's it.
Romans are a bit dead.
Yeah.
What, your favorite soldiers?
No, like just like in
Think
terms of
what's in
coolness
them,
of
yeah.
history, and then it's like everything else.
Egyptians are pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was only it wasn't until I got to the end of the section where I read one of the plaques and I was like, realised, oh, hang on, this is actually from India and you haven't given it back. And then I was like
that's
looking
when
around.
that's when she took the knee in the museum.
yeah.
And she didn't have much on her, just some soup. So she threw the soup at the plaque, and then
alphabetic spaghetti all over it.
Yeah.
And wrote out racist with the alphabetic spaghetti on the floor.
Yeah.
Then pulled the fire alarm.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, and then streaked.
Okay, so worst week for me. Obviously had a lot of gigs, smashed them. You know, industry showcase, smashed it. But like, you know, whatever.
How was the industry showcase in the end? You weren't looking forward to it, but yeah, smashed it.
Smashed it. So all good.
Yeah.
But where I went downhill was Saturday night. I did a gig, and then I met up with my mates.
Well, guilty as charged.
Here we go. Cuff me. And I'm not going to lie to you.
Weird, I didn't get a text, Tom. Said you met up with your mates.
No.
Bit strange.
Sorry.
Did you get a text, Phoebe?
Real friends. But like what happened was
Oh wow. Okay.
got a text, right? And they're like, come out with the boys. I've broken up with my girlfriend. So I was like,
You broken up with your girlfriend?
no.
Oh.
No.
That hasn't got into the worst week yet.
No.
Best week for me.
Yeah.
Best week for me.
Broken up with my mother's
Finally
child.
lived.
Yeah.
Broke up with the mother of my child. And I see it as a blessing. Right? Okay. Good for me. Good for the kid.
Exactly.
Don't have to see the kid anymore. Ideal.
No worries.
I've written so much. Great for gigging. So,
My mate's
all
broken up
right.
with his girlfriend. So I was like, yeah.
Long-term girlfriend?
Yeah, we'll go out for a few drinks, have a laugh, okay? And pint.
Yeah.
Pint. I don't really drink that much anymore. Don't really go out.
No,
My
didn't
life's
before, to
very
be
boring.
honest.
Exactly. I'm gone.
Wasted.
I'm all over the shop.
Yeah.
I get an Uber. I go home. 4 hours later.
Crazy story.
Yeah. Wait for it.
Wow.
4 hours later, I'm awokened by an alarm, and it's my girlfriend being like, "Well, it's your turn, with Teddy." So I'm like,
Oh.
now you've never had to look after children, let alone look after children when you are really, really hungover. Okay, it's the first time I've ever done this, and there will probably be people listening who've done this many times, but it was horrific. I changed his nappy and I was sick. So
Oh, no.
yeah,
Well, at least you had something to bond over.
it was really
You
bad.
just threw up. Did you throw up on your child?
Huh?
Did you throw up on your child?
No, but on myself.
I'm imagining.
Yeah.
I'm imagining a sort of Little Britain style, like you get the nappy off and you're just like, "Bleh." No.
It was a real low point in my
Tom
life.
wins worst week, 100%.
Yeah.
You were hungover, changed
So
your
hungover.
baby's dirty diaper,
Yeah, really bad.
and you just threw up on yourself,
Yeah.
and then continued changing it.
No. My partner came running in and was like, "Get the fuck back," and I was like, "Fair enough." And then I realized, like, actually, you know what? I'll probably never do that again. I will never
Or
ever.
never have a kid again.
No, it's not. Well, yeah, but also I will never drink that much. I can't. You cannot do it. You cannot look after children.
Would you have 5
hungover.
pints?
And a gin and tonic, so whatever.
Carlsberg.
Yeah, I was okay. It was weird as well because I felt terrible, but I was doing okay. I was doing fine, and then changing the nappy. As soon as I off, I was like, it was bad, really bad.
Well, I think
I win.
I think Tom's probably had the worst week.
I'm just really, I don't want to win, please.
The only thing I'd say about my week as well is our housemate got annoyed at the lack of cleaning going on in the house, so we had to have a house discussion.
Which one?
Was it
The one who complained about the cleaner.
The one who leaves the dishes out. And she was saying that she said she was doing that because apparently that's the standard we're setting.
Oh.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, you're doing it out of revenge then? She was like, no, but I'm just copying the vibe of you guys.
She's gaslighting you with the plates. I like it. Good move. Bold move. Go on the attack, you know?
Literally.
Just go on the attack.
Yeah.
You're the wrong ones. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, that was it, which was a bit odd, but it was all right, to be fair. But yeah, I think, Tom, you win worst week.
Boom. First time.
What was that, 2-1, 3-1?
3-1.
3-1-0.
Yeah. Okay. On we go. Just a quick update on something. I've got a little update for you, ladies and gentlemen, and this is to do with our good pal, nudist gig Nigel. Okay.
Nudist Nigel.
Nudist Nigel, and he sent me a little update. So we left this last week we left this at this. We said our last interaction was him telling me that it would be in the summer and there would be a professional PA set up and I could bring anyone I wanted if it would make me feel more
If
comfortable.
they're fit.
Yeah.
Preferably a man sort of 24 to 32 like yourself.
So I replied being like, brilliant, sounds good to me. I'm looking forward to it. Just let me know when you've confirmed the date and we will sort this out and I'll put it in the diary. Okay? Goes dead. Few days, doesn't reply to that, right? Then I've just got one message. Nigel, what's your body like?
Oh my God.
No.
After all of this, he is a pervert. It's very annoying because why would you go to the lengths of telling me that it was your 50th? Like you've set it all up, you know?
Wait.
No, I've not
He's
replied.
not a pervert, he's just asking.
Why is it important?
If you're paying for a product, you want a good quality product.
No.
Have you sent him a nude?
No, obviously not.
Well-
You know where that's headed. You know where that's going. And I'm fuming.
Send him a video of you rubbing your nipples and be like, that's for you to find out, Nigel. It's the start of your OnlyFans, mate. Do you want to be changing your own baby's nappy, throwing up on him? You got to make some money, bruv.
But yeah, I'm disappointed. We've been through such a saga, and I thought you're a good dude. Like you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but turns out actually all along was just a ruse to be a pervert.
Right, okay. But you have replied to him.
Just a big juicy dick. Yeah.
So not yours then. You got found one online.
Yeah.
What's your body like? That's another show I'm presenting on GB News. We get people who've been body shamed, and we say to them whether that's fair or not.
Yeah.
Go on, let's reply to him on the pod. Go on, Nigel.
Yeah, we'll reply. I'll write something back. What do you think I should say back?
Not good. Not been at gym.
Not been at gym. I'll reply whatever the listeners want me to reply. So you send in your best reply, and I will.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Right, we'll put that up on the questions on our story, Instagram story, AIDIF Pod Instagram story. What should Tom reply?
Yeah.
Right, and you can comment with your answer.
Whatever it is, I will
we'll
reply.
reply.
It has to be a text based. I'm not going to send any pictures. Okay.
I will reply.
Okay. Cool. All right. Should we move on to Agony Uncle?
Yes, please.
Oh, before we do,
Okay.
can I just quickly bring up the egg ick?
Okay. Yes.
Right. So you know how I brought this up before,
Yeah.
and you guys looked at me like I was an alien or something?
Yeah.
No, this is a real thing. I've spoken to lots of people. Lots of people have come to me and said, you know that egg ick? I get that egg ick. So it's where you like have
Are these lots of other white women with undercuts?
No, but I've
mainly.
done some research. No, I've done some research
Oh, okay.
because okay, so the egg ick is where at one point in your life you're like super into eggs. You're like, oh my God, I want them fried, scrambled, poached, everything. Just give me eggs all the time. And then suddenly you go to look even at like an egg in its shell still, and you're like no, just couldn't possibly. I thought about this because it was a lot of women at first. And I did wonder, could it be
All
linked?
white.
Could it be linked with
Ovulation.
yes? And I was thinking, the more eggs you have in you at that time, maybe you're not interested in having more eggs in your system. But
I remember
then
watching this video in biology.
I put a poll up on my
Fat
Insta
Frank
about
or whatever
it.
that was.
Fat Barry.
Fat Barry.
Fat Barry and Eggy Laura.
Yeah.
Now, but I put something up on my story
Yeah.
because I wanted to see if
Who else had an egg ick?
yeah.
Well, we'll put it to the
Egg mayo
listeners.
sandwich.
We'll maybe put it on our stories as well and ask if the egg ick is real. If it's
No,
real,
you don't need to ask if it's real because I've proven it is. What you
I
need to
question
ask
your data
is,
pool. I reckon it's not big enough. And
well, this is what I want to know. Just do you experience the egg ick? And then if there's a big enough pool of people, I think then we should say, can you track your menstrual cycle and your egg ick for a couple of months? If they could just do this, come on, it's a science experiment. Do it in the name of science.
Most people, when they listen to a podcast, can't be asked to even click the subscribe button. But we're asking our followers to track their menstrual cycles.
It's in the name of science.
And see.
Please, listeners, if you enjoy the podcast, feel free to donate to our Patreon, patreon.com/AIDIFpod. But if you don't want to do that, what we can also get help with, if you could just track your menstrual cycle and just bing that over to us.
Yeah.
I think tracking your menstrual cycle is probably quite useful information anyway.
Let us know if you ever do or don't like eggs at a certain time of the month. Okay, right. Let's move on to Agony Uncle.
Cool. So we got a couple, an Agony Uncle. So the first one sent in to the official AIDIF Pod account.
Mm-hmm. Oh, bloody hell, that looks like an essay.
Serious business.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what we want, context. So you got context, Phoebe. Here you go. Hey guys, have something for your advice on, anonymous please, which we will obviously adhere to. A few months ago, my boyfriend of 4 years went on a group camping trip with his old friends from high school.
Mm-hmm.
He tells me the day before he leaves that he's going 2 days before everyone else joins with an old friend from work. A single, pretty old friend from work. I was super mad and we fought, and after back and forth decided it was time to break up. Just this week, he came to visit me so we could talk things through with an eye towards getting back together. I'm still not sure, but next week he's again going home, and I asked if he would meet up with his girl. He said no, but said he might one day because they're friends from ages ago. He swears there's nothing between them and there never was. I asked, for the sake of our relationship, would you agree to not see her anymore just because of how damaging that camping trip was? He refused and said I'm trying to cut him off from his friends. What should I do?
Ooh.
So here we go. So just to recap, there's someone that your boyfriend didn't tell you about and then randomly went on a couple days trip with, who's a single pretty friend.
Yeah.
But then is supposedly just a friend and has never had a problem with.
See, it's you know what? A camping trip that's a romantic setting. That's not a non-romantic. You go camping with a member of the opposite sex, or a straight, or not if you are,
or you know,
yeah.
God's sake, it's painful watching you two struggle with this.
Struggle, excuse me.
Struggle.
It's called inclusivity, Phoebe.
Yeah,
right?
We're just trying.
You should struggle with people who eat eggs on their period, right? So let's.
I struggle with the yolks.
Yolks, yeah. So yeah, what do you think, Tom? If your partner had gone 2 days before she was going out with the ladies from and then went, oh, by the way, Tom, I'm going a couple days early to hang out with bros.
Yeah. Fortunately, my girlfriend would never go camping because she would say that's for dirty bogans. So, yeah. So I would say that. What would I say? I think. Camp. It's a romantic setting. It's weird to go for 2 days. You're essentially going on holiday to be isolated with this person for 2 days. Had they said they were going to a less romantic, less isolated place or event, then it might be all right. But I think, I don't know. I would feel pretty weird if my partner was like, I'm going to go and spend 2 days in a tent with someone who's really hot. Yeah. Don't worry, we're just friends.
Did they say nothing happened?
They said nothing has happened or whatever happened.
But that's physically happened. Oh, well done, sir, that you didn't manage to kiss someone when you've done almost like everything else. But you're lying there, arm round. Oh, you smell so nice. My girlfriend doesn't ever smell this nice.
So you're saying they had
my girlfriend hates eggs. Yeah, I'm so glad we can eat them. I love eggs in the morning.
Yes, another egg sandwich, love.
Yeah.
So you're saying that they are emotionally cheating. They're having an emotional bang.
I'm just saying if you just got to make sure that what he's actually said. Did he say nothing physically happened or nothing?
What I don't like about this is the not saying until 2 days before. Because even if nothing's happened, as Phoebe says, in his mind, he knows this is dodgy.
Yeah, you gotta when you're in a long time.
Unless it was spontaneous.
No, you don't spontaneously go on a 2-day camping. That's planning involved.
Yes,
you gotta get.
Phoebe does because it turns out she's homeless for 2 days. Sometimes you spontaneously decide to live rough with a guy you met at a rave.
It's not the same if you're camping in Whitechapel, Phoebe. It's not.
Well, I think also the issue is here really that there's no trust around the specific person. So if you can't feel like you can trust him around this person, then you can't be together.
It's
But
dodgy.
what if you really love him though? What if you think he really loves you? And as far as we know, he hasn't done anything to transgress the official code of the
But
relationship.
if you really loved each other, you'd be able to have that conversation of, okay, my behaviour is hurting you, but I feel that your behaviour is also hurting me. How can we make this work together?
If you're just friends, here's a curveball. You should have said, "Cool, I'll come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just come."
And he goes, "Fuck's sake, shit."
Yeah.
Might as well not go now then.
You've ruined it. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's too romantic and isolated setting.
Yeah.
I mean, to just be spending 2 days with that that's,
But it's 4-year relationship though. You throw away the 4-year relationship for this? That's
but it's
it.
weird from someone in a long-term relationship. If I just sprung on my girlfriend 2 days before that I'm going on a camping trip with some other girl. No, you fucking not, mate.
A
Not
friend
your
from school, a girl, a friend from.
Oh, it doesn't matter. No chance. No one does that. That's a strange
It's
thing.
bad of him not to care about your feelings and how you'd feel on that. Whether it's right or wrong in his head, he must know it was going to upset you. That's why he didn't tell you. So that's not someone that has your best interests at heart in a relationship. You know?
Yeah.
Dump his ass.
Yeah, I wouldn't if he's refusing to not see her. I think it's fine for him to see this person in a group setting. That's not a problem. That's fine. Go.
So if he came back and was like, okay, I will see her, but only when you're there.
Or when others are there. Or
Okay, when others are there. Would you accept that and be like, yeah?
I think that's fine. But I mean, it's already weird because he's already done it. But like,
What about you, Phoebe? If they came back and were like, oh, I'll see her, but just in a group setting. Phoebe's gone. She's out of this relationship.
No. Yeah, it's not sounding like it's working, is it?
Yeah, I reckon you gotta leave him.
You gotta go.
Because
Also,
the
did
thing
they
for
break
me
up
is the not telling.
specifically over her,
Yeah.
though?
Yeah,
Yes.
so what happened was he was going on this camping trip with old friends. Then 2 days before he's about to leave, he goes, "Oh, by the way."
No, I know all of that, but I'm wondering, like, was there other things, or if it was literally just them breaking up because of that, then how can you get back together?
Well, but we can't expand it too. Otherwise, like, oh yeah, and also maybe he cheated on her before, something like that. Like, these are the facts we know. These are the facts we know.
But that's what I mean. So I'm saying, if this thing was so bad before that it caused you to actually break up, then if it's not going to get sorted before you can get back together again.
Yeah, I would say there is also the possibility that he did then shag her in the woods. Because you broke
Well,
up.
yeah, that is a great point.
More fool you, mate.
That's a great
so
point.
they probably should.
And now he's come back like, I've realised what I did.
Yeah, I've realised that actually.
Oh, he's a genius.
Yeah.
An evil genius. Oh my God. Yeah, you gotta dump him. Dump him. I'd say, what do you reckon, Tom?
Yeah, fair actually on this one. Yeah, dump him.
Phoebe?
Dump him.
Dump him.
There you go.
There we
All
go.
right. Okay. So that I think we solved that one.
No.
Okay. So we have a voice note for this one.
So I would love to hear your opinion on this, please.
Oh.
My housemate, who's also a good friend of mine, recently started seeing a guy, and she said to all of us, there's 4 of us living in the house in Clapham, don't judge, that she really likes this guy, and we were all really excited and said we can't wait to meet him. I've been away for a couple of weeks on holiday, and whilst I was away, the rest of the girls met him and told me that they really like him, and we shared on the group chat like how much everyone likes him, and I was like, great, I can't wait to meet him when I'm back. I'm sure he's an absolute babe. And he came round for the first time last night, and it was the first time I met him, and I used to date him.
Oh, I knew that was coming.
2 years ago, perhaps, just before lockdown. But I really liked him, and he completely ghosted me, like, just dropped off the face of the earth. Never heard from him again. This is before I lived with the girls. My housemate doesn't know this.
Oh no.
So then it cuts off. And
The housemate found her and killed her.
I messaged to say, oh, thank you it's for this. It's just cut off. I don't know if there's any more to the story. And there's another voice note which I haven't listened to. So let's
Okay, here we go.
Sorry, I didn't realise it cut off. Yes, please do share. What I wanted to add at the end was that my housemate doesn't know that I used to date him. I haven't told her. I haven't spoken to him, obviously, since I met him again for the first time. I would love your opinion as to whether I should keep quiet and pretend I've never met him, congratulate her and say he's a nice guy like everyone else has, or if I should be honest and tell her. My concern is that what would be the point of being honest? I feel like it would only upset her and make it awkward in the house. I'm over him, obviously. I don't have any feelings for him whatsoever, so I think I should keep quiet, but I would love to know what you think.
This is madness.
Incredible. First of all, thank you so much for sending that in. That is
Yeah,
this is
shout
top
out to
drawer.
you.
This is top drawer stuff. Wow. Okay.
Would you? By the way, just I think because there was some reaction, but you missed. But just to clarify, they went on 3 dates.
Yeah.
So they went 3 dates.
3
And then
dates.
he ghosted her.
And how long has she been seeing this?
So flatmate's new boyfriend that she's been really happy.
Yeah.
About. So
How long has that been going on for?
I don't think they said it. Just did that.
Because I'm just because basically my thing would be
he's a boyfriend, so
Oh yeah, so it's going to be more than 3 dates.
Oh yeah, this is it's going well. Yeah.
they're probably together.
Shit.
Well, you were thinking that he's going to ghost her.
He
as
might
well.
do it again. Yeah.
I mean, he might do it again. To be fair, and get him on Ghost Hunters.
Because if he did it again, and then the housemate, because then at that point you would tell your housemate. Surely you'd be like, oh, I don't know. How can you keep a secret for that? I couldn't. I'd have to say.
You would have to, like, you gotta come clean. You can't just, what, you're just gonna, what, so you're just gonna stand, when he walked in, that must have been so awkward. I can't even imagine her just staring at him, and he would have clocked it, but then just, like, looked at the floor and been like, oh.
But it's funny from him as well that he hasn't said anything either.
Does he remember?
Yeah, you go on 3
Of
dates with someone,
course.
and then you
Because what if he was in this massive hoe phase? He was treating women
doesn't
awfully,
matter.
and now he
Doesn't matter.
decides to settle down. Because men do that, don't they?
If you go on,
Bruv, this is what I'm talking about, man. 2 guys here being like, nah, he's a prick. And the woman here is like going, no, but what if he's had a tough time? Bro, he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care. Stop giving them excuses.
he's staying stum. He's
He
just,
was in a hoe phase. What are you chatting about?
But the thing is, okay, so if it's her boyfriend,
yeah,
then
it's a boyfriend.
that is gonna cause.
A rift. But I think you got to come clean. You got to come clean.
But does it matter? Does it matter actually? In the long term of it, 3 dates, ghosted, she's over it. Does this other person need to know that the guy that she's now kind of like
I'll put it this
falling
way.
for?
I'll put it this way. Do you think the girl who's now in the relationship with the guy would want to know?
Yes, but no.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
But-
yes, of course she would rather know. Of course she would rather know.
What do you think, Phoebe? What do you think's the plan here?
The thing is, the way I'm thinking, it's like if I was in this situation and I've got a boyfriend and then I found out that he's dated one of my mates, I would break up with him.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
Whoa.
probably.
Why?
Especially if he's ghosted her.
Okay.
But it's only
the
3
ghosted
days.
is a different one.
3 dates though.
Yeah.
In the long scheme, because it'll be the love of your life, and it's just you're over 3 days.
You're getting on really well. Well, how come you break up with him? I'm not saying it's wrong.
First
but
of
how
all, he
come?
treated my best friend terribly.
But you said that before the ghosting thing. How come you said if he dated my friend, I'd break up with him?
Because he'd upset my friend.
But I thought you said it before the ghosted thing.
Well, yeah, that was just my syntax.
Okay,
But I don't know.
so-
I also don't know how
Yeah.
comfortable I would feel actually if with dating with a guy that someone else had got with.
Yeah. My partner's like this. She's like, if she found out like I'd got with anyone that like one of her mates, like it would really like gross her out.
I
But
suppose
then
it-
she's got with all my mates, so I'm like, well, fucking double
Yeah.
standard.
In front of me every
In
day.
front of me on my birthday. Oh, she's so friendly.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a very delicate situation. But think about it the other way, right? Think about, as you're saying there, Phoebe, that he hurts this girl down the line, and then you then say to her, "Oh yeah, he like ghosted me." She'd be like, "Why didn't you tell me?"
That's what I mean. So you'd want to say it then.
You gotta say
But
it.
then if you say it, you've just got to be prepared that she might then get mad at.
Because
She might get mad at the girl. She might take it out on this person.
that's her fault. That's her. She shouldn't do that. That's her problem.
The fact
It's not the girl's fault.
the boyfriend just holding, just
Look at
playing
this
chicken.
man
Jeez.
causing
Just-
rifts.
Mate.
Just holding,
Yeah,
holding still, just
he's
not
a-
stoic.
He's
just
a dickhead, man. You can tell.
just playing down the line. It's like, if you don't call it, I won't call
Yes.
it. We'll just go on like
Yeah.
this forever.
And it's one of those you do it in front of him. He's like, oh yeah, we did, didn't
Oh.
we? Yeah.
I think. Okay,
Oh my
right. What I
God,
think
I'd
then,
completely forgotten.
if you don't,
Susan, it's you.
Oh, mate, how you been?
I think what you got to do is get him back first before you say something, or if you decide not to say anything, you
So
just got
get
to
with
find.
him. Get with him.
No, just get back at him.
Oh, what? How?
somehow. I'm going to you guys. How?
See, if I was a girl, if I was our friend who's just messaged in, I'd fuck with him. So like
That's
next
what I'm
time he's
saying.
around, I'd just be like, I remember the places that you went on a date or something.
Yeah.
Be like, and be like, oh, where are you going tonight? I'm going to the Cheshire Marns.
Yeah,
Have you
be
ever
like,
been there?
like, yeah, exactly,
Have you ever been
yeah. That's a really good date place.
Yeah.
Who did I go there with? I'm trying to
Oh.
remember.
I can't remember the face. I just remember the micro penis.
Yeah.
So that's another thing I was thinking of. What if they went on 3 dates? It was all kosher, like kiss at the door, whatever, and blanks. But what if they'd had like raw dog sex?
Yeah, I reckon that's why he's gone 3 dates.
3 dates.
He knew what he was doing. He's a dirty dog.
It's a dirty dog, man.
This is.
I don't know. She would have said. She would have said it.
No, I don't know if she would.
Maybe,
You know,
maybe
some
she's
people
just-
aren't as open as you.
Yeah, maybe she's just saying 3 dates. Maybe that's, but you know. And then would you be more comfortable with that? Anyway, I think you got to tell her. And you just got to be prepared for you know, I'm really happy with him, whatever. Like, I don't want to stand in the way, but just because it might come out, and I don't want to keep any secrets from you. But I've shagged him.
I would, yeah, I would to get back at him. I go a week of messing with him. I do 1 week of
That's
just
what I'm saying.
of
He
fucking
needs
around.
something. Yeah.
And then you just pull your friend aside and you straight down the line. Or if you really want to mess with him, you wait until you're alone and then you look at him and go, I remember. And then you just sit back down and then you just sit and you just say nothing.
I was thinking when you're talking about messing, because you still got his number, I'm sure. Message him again and be like, so, what do we do about this? And then be like, because I still find you so fit. And
No, don't do
hit on him, yeah. And then get him to come round to like sleep with you. And then have the other housemate there and trap him. And she walks in and be like, can I help you?
It's too devious.
See if that happens. See if that works.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't do that, if he doesn't want to see, then I think you know that's a nice, honourable thing.
Okay, another way you could mess with him, you could just be like, oh, I'm really hungry. I could really do with a Deliveroo. And then look at him and be like, do you think I could do with a Deliveroo? And then
What the fuck are you talking about, Tom?
extort food from him.
Oh, okay.
I thought because his
just
his
fine.
number was still like saved on
No.
the delivery.
No, in
What hell we
person.
was talking about was a Deliveroo driver. You used to work for Deliveroo
No,
when we dated.
you could just be like, I've actually got no booze in the house, and I really need some booze before I go out. And just stare at him until he goes and gets the booze. Extort, get a bit of something out of this.
I think first of all, mess with him in some way. I'm not entirely sure how. I'll brainstorm some ideas and come back to this gal. But I do think you need to tell the girl. But also, if you're quite chill about it, you can say it in quite a chill way. It doesn't need to be a, hey, oh my goodness, like this guy, like I used to date. You could just be like, oh my god, okay, so there's this thing. It's a bit awkward, but you used to date this guy that you're now dating. Ha ha ha! Isn't that funny? Let's all move on.
The more time that you leave it, because the more he's going to keep going around, the more awkward this gets.
And the more you'll be in your own head
Yeah.
and like thinking about it.
Yeah, so I would actually go. If you're going to tell her, it needs to be.
As soon as pause this right now,
Yeah.
off you go.
Yeah.
Or send her the
But we don't need to
podcast.
lose any more listeners.
Yeah,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
yeah.
Stay listening to the end.
Send
Don't
her
stop it.
send her the podcast bookmarked
Gonna
at
get
this time.
Chopped up by our editor and used as a trailer today. So you need to. Time's ticking. This is.
This actually happened, something kind of similar also happened to my friend last week. She went to look around a house, and as she was just like tying her shoes, she looked up and it was this guy that she'd had a one-night stand with before. And like
Wait. I need more. Wait. So she was in her house.
We're showing her around.
she was looking at house viewing,
Oh,
and then the next guy that was coming in to look at the property,
someone she don't.
yeah,
Bro, everyone in London's just shagging on.
Mate, the Clapham Tales. Well,
My eyes,
obviously,
yeah, well, this is the thing. like,
wild. The wildness.
That wasn't
of-
even in
they're
London.
all. Oh, really? Oh.
No, that was in a seaside town.
Well, there's probably only about 4 people in that village, so it makes sense.
Fair
yeah.
enough.
Right.
We move on to our final regular section, which is, of course, Fail Mail. This is where we ask for your feedback and notes and responses to a certain weird failure or quirk about life. Thank you very much to everyone who sent theirs in. So this week we asked this was because of tangentially related to St. Patrick's Day. But what's the weirdest thing you've celebrated? Weirdest thing you celebrated.
Weirdest.
So we'll go to the official AIDIF Pod account. Thank you very much to everyone who follows us on AIDIF Pod. We're doing clips regularly now. My friend losing his virginity. Got him a cake, some penis-shaped sweets and treats. That's nice, isn't it?
That's nice.
All Coldplay's members' birthdays. Brackets and their relatives.
I used to live around the corner to the bassist's parents, apparently. The postman told me.
That got so less interesting with every extra word. I used to live next door to the bassist's parents, apparently. My boobs getting cut off. R.I.P. double G's.
Nice one.
That is tough on the back.
That was coming from Mooch.
That's good. Send him that. Love that. My mate's anniversary of her having her kidney removed, including eating kidney bean shaped food.
Oh.
But then also it says kidney bean shaped food, not kidney beans. So I'm not sure.
What else is kidney bean shaped?
And then a colleague leaving the company.
Oh, okay. Here we go. When my mate got circumcised and we had a wake for his foreskin. Everyone
like
said
a
a few kind words.
Ashes to ashes. Foreskin to foreskin. Yeah, everyone told their favourite memory
Of your
of the
foreskin.
foreskin.
So my friend, only 30 brackets lol. Okay, beating piles after 2 years. The cake plus too many Guinnesses brought them back.
So good. Someone said their period coming. And then someone's made a pithy remark. A birth of a guy 2,000 years ago that is somehow connected to buying lots of stuff. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think you've been told. The Declaration of Independence. Bad Gifts Day. That's quite a good thing, I think. That's quite a funny thing. I imagine that does well on TikTok.
What bad gift day?
Me and our friends bought each other bad gifts and had a celebration.
Yeah.
My dog making a poo.
Maggie Thatcher popping her clogs.
Yeah.
How old is one of the listeners? That they were there for that.
Turning 10,000 days old.
Ooh.
You could do this. You could still do this, Phoebe. It's passed for me and Tom. Tom's on his 20,000 soon.
What?
It's about 27 and a third years.
Oh, okay.
Let me just check.
And then the last one I've got, a whole month without getting a UTI.
Oh my God, no, that is actually something to celebrate.
Then it came right back, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Sod's law.
Honestly. Okay, yeah, 27, 4 months and 25 days old. So I will just put that in my diary.
Cool. We'll celebrate it on the pod.
Yeah, I'm busy, but have a good one. You
Okay.
got any, Phoebe?
1, 2,
Phoebe?
3, 4. Does that make it August if it's after April 4 months?
Yes.
Okay. And then 25 days. No, someone said that they eat tomatoes on New Year's Day and that was it. I think
well,
that was...
that's a rarity nowadays, delicacy in the UK. So, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, guys. This has been All I Do Is Fail. You can follow us at all good social media platforms and subscribe to our Patreon at AIDIFPod. Ali?
Yeah, go support the show, patreon.com/AIDIFPod. Thank you so much to everyone who are the Patreon subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the episode. I still have a couple tickets left for my late show on 6th of April, so please do come down. You can find a link on my social medias. Phoebe?
Thank you.
Take care. See you next time.
Bye.
Have a great week.